Hello and welcome to marketing91.com. In this video, we are going to cover the topic on value and core competency. Let's start with the introduction. A set of activities that are performed by a firm operating in a specific industry to deliver a valuable product or service for the market is called a value chain. Michael Porter explains value chain analysis in his book, Competitive Advantage. The book states that the value chain is a set of activities carried out by the company to create value for its customers. The value chain entails, first, primary activities, which includes inbound logistics, operations, outbound logistics, marketing and sales, and service. And the next, support activities, which entail procurement, technology, human resource management, and firm infrastructure. Now let's look at each of these stages briefly, starting with the primary activities. In order to add value and create a competitive advantage, the following 5 primary activities are essential. First, inbound logistics. It includes an arrangement of inbound movement of materials, parts, and finished inventory from suppliers and sending it to manufacturing or assembly plants, warehouses, or retail stores. Next, operations and production. It is mainly concerned with the management of the process that converts the inputs into output. Next, outbound logistics. It is a process relating to the storage and movement of final product. It is also concerned with the information flow related to the final product from the end of the production line to the end user. Next, marketing and sales. This activity undertakes the selling of products and processes for creating, communicating, and delivering. It also includes exchanging offerings that have value for customers, clients, partners, and society at large. And finally, service. Activities required to keep product working successfully for the buyer after it is sold and delivered is included in this subsection. A competitive advantage can be harnessed in any of the 5 activities in the value chain by the companies. Let's see how through some examples. First, for inbound logistics, McDonald's and IKEA source raw materials from local suppliers in the country they operate in. Next, operations and production. Contract manufacturers such as Foxconn and Wistron in China and India assemble Apple products designed in California. Outbound logistics. Free and fast shipping for eligible purchases, among other benefits, are given to Amazon Prime members. When it comes to marketing and sales, billions of dollars are spent on marketing by FMCG giants P&G and Unilever every year. For example, in 2019, Unilever raised their marketing spend to 7.27 billion euros. In the same year, P&G spent $6.75 billion in advertising. And finally, service. Over-the-air updates are offered by Tesla to improve its model over time. They conduct remote diagnostics along with the support of mobile service technicians. This helps in reducing the need for Tesla owners to visit a service center. Now moving on to support activities. Primary activities can become more effective by using support activities. At least one primary activity can work more efficiently by increasing any of the 4 support activities. First, firm infrastructure. Accounting, legal, finance, control, public relation, quality assurance, and general strategic management are the activities comprising firm infrastructure. Next up, technological development. In order to transform firms' input to output, equipment, hardware, software, procedures, and technical knowledge are brought. This entails technological development. Next up, human resource management. All activities like recruiting, hiring, training, developing, compensating, and if necessary, dismissing or laying off personnel are included in human resource management. And finally comes the aspect of procurement. All the decisions of purchases like the acquisition of goods, services, or works from an outside external source are included in the field of procurement. Now moving on to the topic of core competency. The resources and capabilities that incorporate the strategic advantage of a business come together to compose the core competency. C.K. Prahalad and Gary Hamel introduce core competency as a concept in management theory. Core competency can be defined as a harmonized combination of multiple resources and skills that distinguish a firm in the marketplace. This is what makes it the foundation of companies' competitiveness. If companies can obtain better quality or lower cost, then they prefer to outsource less critical resources. It is essential to own and nurture the resources and competencies that make up the spirit of the business. A lot of firms use offshore manufacturers for textile, chemical, and computer or electronic products. They focus on product design and development and marketing their core competencies. Our core competency has 3 characteristics. It makes a remarkable contribution to perceived benefits of the customer and is also a source of competitive advantage. It can be implemented in a variety of markets. And finally, it has to be exceptionally difficult for competitors to imitate your core competency. Now let's look at some examples of firms and their core competency, starting with Disneyland. As a family vacation destination, it has the ability to animate, it has the art of storytelling and operation of its theme parks. Red Bull, their high adrenaline events and brand's message, Red Bull gives you wings, is extensively and aggressively marketed. For Tesla, it is the manufacturing techniques, vehicle engineering and powertrain. Apple has to be design and innovation. Netflix, personalizing shows and movies according to each user. Amazon, online penetration and Amazon Prime's quick delivery. Walmart, stronger buying power and everyday low prices. And McDonald's, standardization and strong franchise network. So that's it, folks. This brings an end to the topic on value add core competency. These are some of the sources and links referred to for the content in the video. If you've liked the video, do subscribe to our channel. If you want to view these videos in an organized manner, you can visit freecourses.net, where all our videos are arranged in the form of courses. Thank you and see you in the next video.